Do you want to get started with your real estate investing career, but you're just not sure where? If your eyes are starting to glaze over looking at saved search emails of dozens of homes every day, watch this video. Hello, I'm Veronica Woods from Daniel Woods Real Estate Company, where we help our clients avoid making 5- and 6-figure mistakes when it comes to buying and selling real estate in the Philadelphia area. Now, if you're new to watching these real estate wisdom blog videos, welcome. Nice to have you. Waving virtually. I publish a new video each week, and it's always on a topic related to real estate investing or general home ownership. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do me a favor and hit the subscribe button in the bottom corner. That way, you'll find out first when the next video is published. Or wherever you're watching this video, feel free to always leave me a comment, a suggestion for a new video, a question. It always just contributes to the knowledge share in this video series. In this video, let's talk about how you can narrow down your list of properties so that you can make more offers. Isn't that the point? You don't want to just look at houses. I know. You want to buy properties. Now, many new investors, what I see them doing is they keep their location criteria too broad because they have this fear of missing out on a good deal. Now, it is a good start to learn the area by setting up a search on the MLS, for example, based on a target budget and looking at those houses. But I see quite a few people get overwhelmed and lost if they stop there and not make the next step to narrow down their focus. Before I give you a few ways that you can narrow down your target neighborhoods, I want to make the case for focus. So yes, I'm going to get on the soapbox just for a minute. Please indulge me because I think it's really important, especially for new investors listening to this video. So I have 3 reasons why focus is better when you're starting out. First, you have a better learning curve. If you focus on specific areas, you learn those neighborhoods better. That means you can spot a good deal quicker, and then you can make better offers. Second, if you focus, you can better or more cost effectively go after off-market deals. It gets expensive if you're targeting a whole neighborhood or zip code or county, but it's a lot easier if you're reaching out to owners in specific blocks. And the last reason why focus is an advantage for newer investors, because it's much easier to get a team together that can support you not only for the acquisition of the property to ultimately managing the property if it's in a more confined geographic area. Quite frankly, a smaller investor usually just does not have the economies of scale to spread out all across the city doing rehab and managing rentals. Now that I've made the case for more focus, let's talk about 3 ways where you can hone your search in. Preferences are important whether you're talking about a rental property or a property that you're going to live in. So after looking at the real estate price trends and rental trends and assess the economics of housing demand in the area, these are 3 areas where you can set your preferences to again narrow down your target neighborhood into blocks instead of zip codes. The first criteria that I'll mention is the availability of your desired properties. So if you know that you're serious about investing in multifamilies, you have to target neighborhoods that actually have a supply of multifamily properties or properties with 2 or more units. Now, I publish a report that has the top zip codes in the Philadelphia area for multifamily properties, and I'll put a link to that report in the description below this video. Another thing to consider is, do you have a desired age or style of home? Now, these are all relatively subjective things, but I remember I had a client who discovered early on in the process that she didn't like the traditional Philadelphia row home. So that means knowing that information up front, you can eliminate certain neighborhoods that mostly have row homes and then focus on others that have a wider variety of houses, from detached to semi-detached and inclusive of row homes. The second criteria is what I call the investor-friendliness of a municipality. So it turns out, even across the Philadelphia metro area, there's quite a lot of differentiation when it comes to the cost to rehab and to manage rental properties. So knowing that information up front, you can make decisions to eliminate certain areas before you even get started looking at houses. I'll just give you a few examples of where there could be a cost differential. The landlord-tenant eviction process is different from county to county. Different towns have different requirements around building code or getting permits, and that could vary your construction cost. Or just simply the annual cost of running rental properties varies from place to place. Again, these are all things that will allow you to weigh the pros and cons of different areas. The third criteria that I'll cover on this video, and the last one, is your target tenant. You have to eliminate the neighborhoods that will not attract your target tenant. Even within a certain rent range, let's say you know that you want to target tenants or properties that rent from $1,000 to $1,200 a month, there are still a lot of decisions that you can make around what type of tenant you want to serve. For instance, do you want to work with students? Do you want to have tenants that are young families? Do you want commercial tenants? Do you want tenants that have HUD vouchers? I've met and worked with investors that have developed expertise in each one of these areas and made good money. So it's not a question of which, it's which one for you. Because quite frankly, they all have headaches. Take students. So if you're working with student tenants, you'll likely have higher maintenance costs. And you also will likely have to deal with more complex leases with regard to roommates. So the important thing, or the bottom line really, is the quicker you can get on up the learning curve, the better. And focus is one way to do so. In summary, narrowing down your focus helps reduce that overwhelm of doing that scroll down the email with 100 properties where you're wondering, did I miss a good deal? Did I miss a good deal? From my experience working with newer investors, the quickest way to get them on the path to dreaming, to actually buying that first and second property, is focus. Don't worry about being stuck with your criteria. There's plenty of room to expand and change over time as you learn and as your business grows. Lastly, a good deal is only in the eye of the beholder and their criteria. Thanks again for watching another Real Estate Wisdom blog. This is Veronica Woods from Daniel Woods Real Estate Company. If you enjoyed watching this video, as I always say, don't keep me a secret. Share it with a friend. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button or add a comment. Tell me what you're thinking about as you're watching this video. Give me suggestions for future videos. As always, as long as we stay connected, you'll know when my next video is published. And you can be sure that it will be on a topic that will help you keep more money in your pocket when you're buying and selling real estate.